Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm liking all these Tetris shapes. That one that's bouncing is just so squishy. Yo! Hey, 912. First time watching a live? Let's go. So glad you're here. Be excited for the showcase. Becca, hello, hello. Player one, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you. I hope they announce something for Mario as well. Josh is doing great this morning, Becca. Thank you so much for asking. Sipping on my first cup of coffee still. Joey is at work, working and lurking. Let's go, baby. Looks like we got about 3 minutes, you guys. You guys got any crazy predictions? Any crazy predictions? Joey's wanting NCAA football 2025. I would love it if the show got an update, like the baseball game. Working remote today. Nice. Start in a couple weeks. Let's go, Becca. Oh, Matt, what's happening? Good to see you. Happy direct day indeed. I don't know what's going on. This light over here, I can't, for some reason, it's not connected to my Wi-Fi. But I feel like it's really bright. The show does work better. Yeah, I'm just talking about those enhancements, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but since the Switch 2, I've started like diving into HDR more and all that kind of stuff. And like, it's kind of a headache, honestly. If it's not done correctly, it's kind of a headache. So, how's the volume, you guys? Let me know. So here's the volume all the way up. Is that good for you guys? Let me know. Oops. I accidentally muted it. All right, we're going to go like this. Just see a little bit of me. Let me know about the volume. Oh, here we go, guys. It's direct time. Let's go. Let's go. have somewhat low expectations. Hoping for at least one or two really good surprises. Joey's hiding in the bathroom for the next 25 minutes. Okay, starting with a Switch 2 game. Let's go. Okay. It's giving No Man's Sky vibes. It's a Capcom game. Is it a Monster Hunter? Like, is it a new Stories game? Yes. Okay. Not a bad start. Not exactly the Monster Hunter I would hope for, but
the encroachment threatens to drive our people out of house and home. But this divide has brought our two kingdoms to the brink of war.
And you are the sole Rathalos rider in Azuria.
My people have been driven into a corner, and the point of no return is looming before us.
Can't afford not to go. Ratha! But it won't be for long.
okay. This has my attention. Looks like the series is maturing a bit, which is pretty cool.
I can hear them. Two sounds. Overlapping each other.
Hello, everyone.
Keep 'em going
Welcome
quick,
to today's
right? Keep 'em
Nintendo
going. We got
Direct
25 minutes.
Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on games from our publishing and development partners. What you just saw was Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 next year. We hope you're looking forward to another grand adventure in the Monster Hunter universe. Today, we'll present games coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems. Before a game is shown, you'll see the logo of the system the game will launch on here. If both logos are shown, the game will launch on both platforms. Okay, first up, let's take a look at some upcoming Nintendo Switch games. Let the good times roll. By royal decree, a brand new game in the Katamari Damacy series is rolling onto Nintendo Switch. Roll your Katamari through historic eras like Edo Japan and more. It's a time-hopping trip through the ages to restore the universe for the king of all cosmos. Use helpful items to roll your Katamari like royalty and customize the prince and cousins looks to your liking. In addition, roll out with friends in online multiplayer. Make a big Katamari and earn the most points to be crowned the winner. Plus, the iconic music is back with an all-new soundtrack featuring new and returning music artists from the series' history. Get ready to rock and roll, roll, roll through the ages when Once Upon a Katamari launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. The dance floor is calling. Next
Madonna.
up are games heading to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch. Battle Beyond the Limit.
Breakthrough the limit!
Charge up and unleash your fighting spirit in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the latest in the Arena Battler series.
Now I'll finish him!
These games are crazy. They are so crazy.
Enter the fray with over 180 fighters. In Episode Battle Mode, relive iconic Dragon Ball stories from the perspectives of 8 characters, including Goku. Or follow your own path and redefine history with alternate versions of those encounters. In Custom Battle Mode, you choose the fighters, stages, and dialogue to create your own scenarios. Then share them online with players around the world. Plus, now you can duke it out with motion controls using the Joy-Con 2 or Joy-Con controllers. Immerse yourself in the characters and unleash powerful attacks.
Help me out!
Get ready to shake the earth and break the heavens when Dragon Ball Sparking Zero launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems November 14th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Time to get back to your roots.
That's nice. Yeah. EA. What, was this Plants vs Zombies? I was messing with stuff. Looks like Plants vs Zombies is back, huh?
The club is yours.
More EA. Okay.
It's like he's got the ball on a string!
Wow, this doesn't even look like the same.
Oh, finally a bit of physicality in this game.
This looks way better.
Well, I haven't seen that one before.
Get reacquainted with these games.
Welcome to the party, Pac-Man!
Yummy! Pac-Man World 2 is coming back, remade from scratch. Through forests or on ice.
There you go.
Use
Anybody that needed
Pac-tastic moves to clear stages in style.
a new Mario 3D
And even
game,
take
you
on
get Pac-Man
powerful
3D.
bosses. Plus, now you can adventure with a pal in local co-op. Pac-Man World 2 Repack launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 26th.
Interesting, it
Pre-orders
says
begin
physical
later
and
today
digital version.
on Nintendo eShop. Lead your party of black mages, dragoons, and other allies to victory in the beloved strategy RPG Final Fantasy Tactics, reborn with newly added elements.
Okay, that looks pretty sick.
The game is now fully voiced and adds brand new dialogue between characters,
But still, I know that he and I are different.
as well as new difficulty options, a feature to review story events, and more. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 30th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. When the clock strikes midnight, shadows emerge and the dark hour begins. Step into the shoes of a high school student who, together with his friends, awakens the supernatural power of Persona. Attend class and explore the city during the day as you forge bonds with every interaction. Then, battle through the mysterious Tower of Tartarus and strategically take down rampaging shadows at night. Enter the dark hour and seal your fate when Persona 3 Reload launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system October 23rd. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Next, please take a look at this.
They're screaming through stuff, which is great. Just fantastic. Oh, here we go. Here we go. More about the imprisoning war. What is it called? Age of Imprisonment, right?
Given an opening, he will bear his fangs. Until Hyrule itself is no more.
Be that as it may, we face it together.
I'm excited for this one. I'm really excited for this one.
But you sought it from Hyrule of all places? This is madness!
There is danger here. Enormously so.
The fact that this one is canon is, makes it that much better.
That was the latest trailer for Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. We hope you're looking forward to experiencing the canonical events that led to The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom game when it launches this winter. We'll share more information on this title in the future. Let's continue with some more games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
What is going on?
The realest Madden ever, built from Sundays.
How was there no
It's
date?
game time. Kick off your journey to become an NFL legend in the most dynamic Madden game yet. Rule the field with all new player traits and realistic play
Look
styles.
at this.
Immerse yourself in authentic team traditions.
This is
and strategize
fantastic.
playmaking decisions with newly added features to lead your team to victory.
Oh, I cannot wait.
All built from real NFL data. In franchise mode, choose from 3 new archetypes to begin your coaching legacy. Or become your favorite NFL coach, each with their own strategies. Customize your game plan by selecting new abilities each week that offer different tactical advantages. Then level
haven't had
them up
portable
to
Madden since the
fine-tune your
3DS.
plays. Plus, compete on the gridiron in local or online multiplayer.
Look at the snow is crazy.
EA Sports Madden NFL 26 touches down on Nintendo Switch 2, August 14th.
Let's
Pre-orders
go.
are available now on Nintendo eShop.
I'm so stoked for that one.
A cozy campfire is calling. Calling all camping enthusiasts. Build campfires in this cozy fire-building sim.
Chilling
Chop wood,
by the
arrange the
campfire.
pieces, then light them up. But if you don't fuel the flames properly, they'll fizzle out. To stoke your campfire, place logs based on the fire's strength. Let enough oxygen flow through and maintain the right amount of heat. Don't let wet logs
why does
dampen
this
your
look
fire.
fun?
Dry
What?
them before tossing them in the flames. And when you want to create an even bigger fire, just blow on it. Sometimes, though, a little patience is all you need. So roast some marshmallows or set off fireworks to light up the sky. You can also get the flames going in rainy or snowy conditions. But try mastering your campfire making skills first. With a compatible USB camera, you can enjoy each other's company around the campfire. You might even strike up some interesting conversations. Relax and stay a while. When Chillin' by the Fire sparks to life on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
Later today. There's your out now.
Fight battles big and small in these games. Apex Legends is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
I wondered
Squad
if we were
up
going to
and
see an
survive
update.
19 other teams in Battle Royale. Or show off your skills in Mixtape, where you'll take on 3 rotating game modes. Plus, both Battle Royale and Mixtape have enhanced resolution and smoother performance.
Much
Build
needed
your
on the
crew
Switch 2.
and aim for victory when Apex Legends launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system August 5th,
August
along
5th,
with the
okay.
new season, Showdown.
Let's go. That's fantastic.
To cure a witch's illness, her tiny familiar embarks on a grand adventure. With your magical froggy backpack in tow, you can climb, pull, and even swing to greater heights. Explore this vast world and gather ingredients to create a cure for your enchanting ally. Plus, up to 4 players can journey together in online co-op.
Interesting.
A Little Mouse's magnificent adventure begins when Hella launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year.
That looks hella fun.
Explore a galaxy
I'm sorry.
full of opportunity. Embark on a journey across the iconic galaxy far,
Right,
far
Star
away
Wars games. I
in
was
this
hoping for something.
open-world action-adventure game, taking place between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi films. You'll take on the
cool. I didn't
role
know
of
that.
Kay Vess, who, along with her companion Nyx, is fighting for her freedom. Explore distinct locations, both new and familiar, as you fight, steal, and outwit your way through the galaxy's crime syndicates, and gain the means to start a new life. Traverse through space by ship on Kay's Trailblazer, or by land on her S-57 Cardinal Speeder, and take on quests that blend stealth and shooting with some puzzle-solving mini-games in between.
Orlando, let's go.
Embark on high-stakes missions. Engage in dogfights as you travel across the Outer Rim, and get ready to live the life of a scoundrel when Star Wars Outlaws launches on Nintendo Switch 2, September 4th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
August and September are becoming busy months.
Survive the future. Salvage the past.
What is this? Looking.
As an agent of a secret collective, you'll
Looking
travel
like Dead
between a
Space.
future plagued by anomalies and a past on the verge of collapse to uncover the mysteries of this world. In the future, dangerous creatures born from the remnants of humanity prowl the wasteland. You'll need to craft ammo and supplies with limited resources to fend off brutal enemies. But don't let your guard down after defeating them.
Some
If a
serious Dead
monster
Space
absorbs
vibes.
a fallen enemy, it'll evolve into an even more nightmarish form. So act quickly to dispose of enemies. You'll also come across rifts that allow you to travel back in time by extracting the essences of people you meet in the past. You can strengthen your own abilities. However, there's a price to pay. You'll be haunted by visual and auditory illusions and lose your grip on reality. What caused the world to collapse? And what is the true mission you've been tasked with? Chronos: The New Dawn launches on Nintendo Switch 2,
Another September game.
5th.
Yo, that's so many.
The dragons of the East and West clash.
極道の世界で竜と呼ばれる男は一匹でええんですわ。あんたもそう思いますやろ。
Yakuza Kiwami 2 is brawling its way onto Nintendo Switch 2. Kamurocho, Tokyo, Sotenbori, Osaka, 2 prolific entertainment districts in Japan, where the former dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu, faces down the dragon of Kansai, Ryuji Goda.
よっしゃ思う存分暴れたね
Use free-flowing combat moves to take on foes in action-packed brawls. Duke it out using your fists, weapons, and everything else at your disposal. Plus, there's still plenty else to do around the cities. Enjoy darts, karaoke, and even golf. There's no shortage of things to do.
Nice.
どいつもこいつもバカばっかりだ。
関東の極道組織の存亡をかけたぞ
A deadly clash
never
between two
played
dragons
any of these
begins when
games.
Yakuza Kiwami 2 launches on Nintendo Switch 2, November 13th.
Okay, now we got November
And
games.
Yakuza Kiwami, the story that launched the Epic series, is also launching on Switch 2 the same day, featuring enhanced graphics, improved frame rates, and additional language support.
Very cool.
かかってこい。
There are plenty more games heading to Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Let's take a quick look.
I'm looking forward to Borderlands also.
Before we go, we've got 2 more games to show you. Please take a look.
Come on, some good surprises.
To
Fingers
pass through
crossed.
that door is to pass through time.
Okay.
To travel a road spanning centuries. From here, heroes set out on a journey of hope.
I think I know what this is. I'm hoping it's what it is.
Square Enix presents a brand new action RPG, brought to life in HD 2D.
Okay.
This is Philabildia, a continent overrun by beast tribes. A spell of safekeeping is all that protects humanity's sole bastion, the Kingdom of Huther. One fateful day, a set of ruins is discovered in the wilds beyond the castle walls. An adventurer, Elliot, leaves the kingdom to investigate.
Facing danger is what adventurers do.
At his side is
Love
a
the
fairy
graphics.
named Faye.
You can call me Faye. I'm a fairy.
Together, the duo venture beyond the kingdom's protection into the great wide world. During your journey, you'll come face to face with all sorts of foes. In battle, study your opponent's moves carefully and find
That's cool.
opportunities to strike. Fight with swords for quick and well-balanced strikes. Bows and arrows to target enemies from afar. Chains and sickles to swing and pull enemies closer, and more. There are 7 weapon types in total, but that's
This just
not
makes me
all.
want a
You can also strengthen
to
your
the
weapons
Past
by
remade in
equipping
HD
different
2D.
combinations of magicite. Try out all sorts of variations to find the playstyle that works for you.
Careful!
Your fairy companion, Faye, can also attack and pick up items. You can control both Elliot and Faye separately, or 2 players can control them at the same time. You'll find that she's very helpful on your adventure.
Yo, that's so cool.
Join Elliot and Faye on a grand journey that, unknown to them, will span 1,000 years. The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year. After today's presentation, a debut demo will be available.
Oh, that's cool.
And there will be an upcoming survey to gather player feedback.
In the beginning, there was nothing. Everything began with the birth of Orsa, mother of all. She created our world, the land
Is this what I hope it is? Nope. Still cool. Octopath is fantastic. Like, I love this stuff. I just want a Chrono Trigger remake because I want to experience that
Are you heading out
game.
on your journey? Yes. I suppose the time is right. You're finally ready.
We've come to join your little lighting ceremony.
You have a death wish?
Wishville. I wish I could see everyone here laughing and smiling just one more time. Are you going to rebuild Wishville? Or are you going to find the people who took our home from us?
Yeah, no Silk Song, right?
Witness a tale of beginnings that unfolds across Orstera.
That was a cool shot. That was very cool.
Octopath Traveler 0 is available on December 4th, 2025.
Okay.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase.
All right.
Thank you for watching.
Well, we got Just Dance, so that's all I needed. I'm good. Well, let's jump into it, guys. We'll let me get the I'll play the intro here, and I'm gonna restart the come on here. There we go. I gotta get not to full screen. Let's get to about here. Yeah. I'll go ahead and mute that. I'm going to play the intro for the podcast and then, oh, wow. Wow. Okay. We got to get, this is going to be interesting. All right. Let's play the intro and we'll talk about this. Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. We just got done watching the Partner Showcase. And, well, the first comment that, that I read was from Cryptic, and it says, even with low expectations, that was worse than I expected. Good to see Octopath Traveler, though. So, wow. That's not great. Not a great start. Matt says, I mean, if there is much partner stuff, imagine what first party stuff. If there's that much partner stuff, imagine what first party stuff is cooking behind the scenes. Oh yeah, I mean, we got dates for a lot of this third party stuff, which is good. We needed some dates for stuff coming out, but I think the most difficult expectation to manage is the fact that Switch 1 launched with a brand new first party game every month, and we had a roadmap right away, and there was virtually no third party support. The third party support was very minimal, and now we have extensive third party support, and they haven't even scratched the surface yet. We saw, correct me if I'm wrong, but nothing from Xbox or Activision, but we did see quite a bit from EA. So, there's still a lot to come. There's still a lot to come. And this, I'll be honest with you guys, I anticipated seeing quite a bit of the HD 2D stuff. I wasn't sure that I was thinking we would see Chrono Trigger, not necessarily more Octopath. I'm not mad about Octopath. Octopath is fantastic. Okay. I'm just gonna go through chat because it's crazy. Player One says it wasn't really that exciting for me. Maybe 1 or 2 games. All right. Meowmerl says, I thought it was a decent showcase, but unfortunately, I've already played most of the ones that interest me. Honestly, I think I'm most excited for the Cozy Fire game, which was like kind of out of left field, honestly, like so strange. Joey says, sometimes no direct can be better than a bad direct. Oof. Okay. Nadine says, judging by the chat, I didn't miss much. Cryptic says, did we see Elden Ring? We did not. We did not. Goto10 says, Madden on Switch, finally, for those that enjoy it. Yes. And no Elden Ring. So it is one of those scenarios where I feel like there was a lot here, a little bit for everybody. Some of this stuff was very expected. Apex Legends, really, that's something that I expected to see. Like, I wanted to see more from EA. I wanted to see, Battlefront or something like that. But I feel like there's a pretty good mix here. They started off with Monster Hunter Stories. Now, Monster Hunter Stories, the first 2 games, if I'm correct, they're kind of play like Monster Hunter meets Pokemon in a way, where Monster Hunter Stories 3 to me looked much more like a Xenoblade or a Fire Emblem, like not necessarily in the gameplay, but like it looked like it had matured quite a bit. It seems to me the first 2 story games where you were kind of playing as kids, this didn't seem to be the case. It looks like the series may be maturing quite a bit. And if it goes a little bit of a different direction, I'm completely okay with that. Like Monster Hunter Stories 3 looked more interesting to me now than the other 2 games ever have. So that I'm good with. Let's see. Wonder how much the Cozy Fire game is going to cost. Someone said it's going to be 70. Player One said it's going to be 70. Like, I think my expectations were really low. Like, we're seeing Dragon Ball on screen right now. This is another one that to me was like I may not in my mind have like thought about all the games I expected to see, but once I saw this, I'm like, oh yeah, of course. Like, this has got to be like, these games were big on Switch 1, right? So of course they're gonna make their way to Switch 2. I think there's a pretty big audience for these as well, and so it makes perfect sense, right? The problem with it, and the problem with where we are right now, where Nintendo is playing catch up with third party, that any of us that are like the more hardcore, if you will, we've experienced the majority of these games. So there's not a lot of new for us. And that's where things get difficult. And I understand. So, hey, 912 says, gotta go. Bye. Have a good one. Matt says, I know it's not for me, but there's a big following of some of those games. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So like overall, I would grade the showcase. I'd give it a B. Like, I feel like getting to see more about the Age of Imprisonment, fantastic. Seeing EA, like we're seeing, Plants vs. Zombies. We also saw Apex Legends, like they're kind of dipping their toes back in the water of Switch. We saw they're doing their soccer game as well as Madden. So, I mean, love or hate EA, at least we are seeing more from them. like, and they were a little rough on Switch 1 outside of like some of the indie games that they released, but like the FIFA games, and I know they're not called FIFA anymore, they were rough on Switch 1, but that's like really what they leaned into. And so it's good to see a developer like them showing interest in Switch or Switch 2. So Joey says, I don't like shrimp, and that direct was shrimp. Good thing I got my bananas earlier with DK, so I'm eating good. Madden is my only must buy. Cryptic says, the first HD 2D action RPG has promising Zelda vibes. As soon as I saw the Elliot game, which has a demo today, it made me think of A Link to the Past. And I want, like, I would love to have, like I know there's been people that have said, oh, it'd be great to have Capcom do another Zelda game. And that would be fine. Like, that would be totally fine. But I would love to see Square get a hold of the Zelda IP and do an HD 2D Zelda game, like a fresh new game. Like, I'm not talking a remake. Give us something brand new in that art style, and just let them cook. They've got the skills. Like, just let them do their thing. Player One says, game comes the end of August. Wonder if we see Switch games from Xbox then. Possibly. We have, here's what's kind of interesting. Nintendo's going to be at PAX West. They usually have a massive booth. What's going to be playable there? They're going to have Metroid Prime 4 playable. Will Kirby Air Riders be playable at the end of? It's strange that we don't know more right now. It's strange that we don't know more. So yeah, what is Gamescom? Are we going to see Xbox games? And I think, you know, let the install base increase. Nintendo is where everybody wants to be right now. And I mean, we're seeing Final Fantasy Tactics September 30th. The soccer game was like September 26th. There was another game that was like September 5th. Like, the year is filling up for Switch 2, and some of these games will be on Switch 1 also. So, like, you start releasing too much stuff, and stuff starts to get overshadowed. The sales go down, then third parties aren't as interested. It is a crazy juggling act, right? And, you know, we're seeing like Persona games on here. We have to keep in mind too that, like, there may not be games that are as popular in the West, but they are very popular, you know, in Japan. And that is a factor in all of this as well. So it's a good time to dig into your backlog, be excited for Age of Imprisonment, because that's going to be a fantastic ride. All of these games have been solid. This one's canon, which gets me even more excited. I thought there was going to be a big, like, final moment in Age of Calamity, and it never came. And that was kind of a bummer, honestly. But I have high expectations for this one, but we didn't get a date. We didn't get a date for this. They said more information coming soon. I feel like they literally hinted at another direct. I feel like they hinted at another direct that basically not giving us information that this game is either going to get its own direct like Donkey Kong did, or that there is a regular direct coming before the end of the year. No date on this one was probably one of the most shocking things. So Nate asked the question, so how many of the games here for Switch 1 and Switch 2? I mean, they flat out said at the beginning of the show, like, you'll see which logos for which games are coming to Switch 1 and Switch 2, like Madden and the new soccer game. A lot of the stuff from EA only Switch 2. So that, but like Octopath Traveler, you know, those HD 2D games probably come into both because they have they can. There's enough horsepower on the Switch 1 to be able to run those games as well. JavaScript says, I just came over from watching the direct on my own. Usually they are really good. This direct disappointed, especially waking up at 6 a.m. Oh no. Oh no. Cryptic says, who's going to tell Crawler that Silksong is getting delayed? Silksong is one of those games. It's so strange to me. It is so strange to me because Nintendo had it in their booth in 2019. Xbox showed it off and said, oh, it'd be out this year. Didn't happen. What was that, like 2 years ago now? 2 or 3 years ago? Then now Xbox is saying you're going to be able to play it on the ROG Ally at Gamescom. So who who are they in bed with? You know what I'm saying? Like it is like kind of a strange thing. Like it's like, are they like, they understand the pull that their game has. So like, I feel like they're just kind of playing each of these companies, and it's just a strange thing. And they still don't give us any info on Silks. I don't know. I'm like, the thing for me, I didn't even really like Hollow Knight. So like, I don't even really care about Silksong, like at all. It has no, like, I'm not drawn to it whatsoever. Like, I love Metroidvanias, but the art style and the way Hollow Knight played, I'm like, it's just not for me. It's just not, like, it did not pull me in whatsoever. So sitting back and watching everybody like freak out over Silksong, just like, when it shows up, it shows up, and maybe I'll give it a go. You know, I tried Hollow Knight, but it just didn't pull me in. Joey says, if is Madden keycard, you can only assume. You can only assume at this point. Joey says, what if we turn into more directs, like once every other month? There's that. Nintendo's pushing their app quite a bit. You know, what I find strange is we've got like Dragon Drive coming out soon, but they don't seem like they're marketing that game very well. A lot of people talk about the game like it's mouse controls. It's technically not mouse controls. It's just that you turn the controller sideways to move your wheels, but it's not like you're using a point and click as like a mouse. So it's kind of a weird gimmick game. It's a strange one for sure. Like it's a strange one. Joey says NPC will be interesting with Johnny Bo's takes. Yo, he is not. I'm afraid to open Discord, honestly. Nadine says, I see flop with this marketing for Silksong. It's like waiting 3 hours to get into a restaurant where you finish the food and you're like, that's it. It's got such crazy expectations, Silksong does, that like I hope they can deliver. I hope they can deliver for the fan base that's there. Like I said, it's done. There's nothing in that. Nothing is pulling me in that I'm like, oh, I really need to play this game. Like it doesn't do anything for me. And yeah, it's worrisome. I mean, we have a similar scenario with kind of a similar scenario with Metroid Prime 4. You know, 8 years of development. Like it's been in development. Silksong and Prime 4 have been in development for about the same time. Like who's gonna? And they're both similar games. So I don't. It's just there are some very strange choices happening right now, and just a lot of confusion on for the consumer. Or at least it seems like the most confusion is for those of us that are like really in this. right? The average consumer is going to walk into retail and go, "Oh, here, new, here's Star Wars game," and oh, here's. I mean, I don't know if they show if they end up selling Apex in a box in a code. Who knows? They might. But player one says, "Oh, it didn't click. Come on, here we go." It says nothing on Hades 2. There has to be something coming down the pipeline. There's a lot of confusion. Like I just said, a lot of confusion. Yeah. Nothing on Hades 2. Nothing on Dustbloods, nothing on Elden Ring. It was cool to see Borderlands 4. Like that's great. I think as Nintendo fans, we crave the first party. There's no doubt about it. And this is going to be a bit of a new era where Nintendo tries to really get third parties at the forefront. Think about it this way. If the Switch was your only console, your only place that you gamed, and then you moved to Switch 2, and you have like a lot of these games are brand new for you, you're eating very well. Like you're eating very, very well. But if you've had an Xbox or a PC or a PS5 through this last console generation, you are left kind of wondering what is there for me to play. Now, of course, we all have massive backlogs and that kind of stuff. This game they're showing on screen right now, that's like very much like a Dead Space clone. Like it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty scary. But when you guys look at it, do you go, "Oh, this is a game I want to jump into," or do you look at it and go, "This kind of looks like a filler"? That's like, is it an indie game? How much is it going to be? Like, there's still questions about it. It's not like early 2000s, mid 2000s. You market a game like Dead Space, and it's like, from EA, it's like it was a big deal. Now something like this, it's a bit dated, and is there enough original story there to draw people in? It's just such a strange, like, marketing these kind of games is difficult. And they also got to be very clear, like, yo, this is an indie game. Maybe show the price for that. It's coming out in September. Because if that game's coming out at full retail, who's paying that for that Chronos game? Like, if it's coming in at like $20, yeah, I would check that out. $30 maybe. But like, if it's a full like retail release, what, like, it's just strange. And I think they have to get in front of that kind of they've got to get in front of that kind of stuff so that it's very, like, we know what we're getting. Because like, I'm getting more excited about that Chronos game knowing it's $19.99 versus if it's $49.99 or $59.99. You got to do a way better job of selling me on something that has I got no history with whatsoever. In my opinion, maybe I'm crazy, but Cryptic says I wanted Gears at least since it comes out in a few weeks. Yeah, it's been strange. we had high expectations for the Xbox showcase, right? That they would show a lot of Switch 2 stuff. Nothing. It's a very strange time. It is a very strange time. Nadine saying Microsoft games and stuff like that, I see being a general direct than one of these throwaways potentially. But if the Microsoft games show up, if Doom Dark Ages showed up on this direct, does it become less of a throwaway? Right? Like if Fable or Halo shows up on one of these third-party directs, does it make it less of a throwaway? I think it does. Nate says, I think this direct just feels like contract fulfillment. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. It's a good way of looking at it. So let's see. Matt says Chronos looked pretty sick, and it's the same team that worked on Silent Hill 2, and he's asking the question. That kind of information though, that's like, oh, there's history there. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me that information. Make that very clear. And that has a bigger draw for those kind of games. So tonight's gonna be interesting. I'm honestly worried. I hope you guys. I'm a bit worried for Johnny and Crawler. Cryptic says, I know some people were expecting Expedition 33. Yeah, there's no question there. No, there was a lot of, I mean, you guys heard me say it last night, like expectations for me were low. And this thing pretty much delivered exactly what I thought it would. I'm curious about Monster Hunter Stories 3. I'm excited about Age of Imprisonment. The HD 2D stuff is super cool. It all just depends on how much time I have to dump into these games, right? That's a big factor with these larger RPGs, is that they are big time sucks. So it's sometimes a little more difficult for me to go, okay, I'm going to really, really invest in this when I would like to be. I still have some big RPGs with like Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I want to get through 3. I'd like to be caught up on Xenoblade before they announce a new one, right? So Nate says first direct of Switch 2 feels like the last couple of directs for Switch 1. That's a tough pill to swallow. Joey says, what time tonight? I got to get popcorn ready. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Joey says, if it wasn't for Donkey Kong Bonanza, the Switch 2 would be a major letdown for me, to be honest. Wow. Mario Kart's doing nothing for people. And that makes me sad, honestly. Like, I feel like, and this is not the first time I've seen this statement, that without Donkey Kong, the Switch 2 would be a bit of a letdown. And Mario Kart should be like right up there with what's making this launch amazing, and I just don't feel like people are loving it like I love it. That's what makes me sad. Adam Davis says Mario Kart is awesome. Preach. Yes, preach. No, I'm seriously loving it. But, and I do want to get you guys on pipe trials. I think you guys, you got to do pipe trials with me. Okay. I posted in the Discord my run and my time for Mario Brothers Circuit. This next track we're doing is going to be DK Pass. Okay. So if you were like, I'm not having the most fun, try some pipe trials with me. It's not necessarily about competing with each other, but competing against yourself, and it makes it super fun. Makes it super, super fun. Joey says, I love Mario Kart. Don't get me wrong. I just need more single player stories. Understood. That makes sense. So Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza are carrying you. I got you. Cryptic says Mario Kart is awesome, but they need to make faster updates and changes. It needs a roadmap. They need and they're doing such strange little changes. They added a mushroom only mode to racing, which is cool. You can go into versus, you can do mushrooms only, and you can just practice the tracks over and over and over again without any computer. You can turn the computer off. And so that's cool, but they're very minor tweaks. It's strange. Nate says, I think Mario Kart 8 was just so great that they made it, then they made it better by adding more. It just might be, it will be great down the road. I hope it doesn't backfire. They need to listen to the community. They really need to listen to their community. They need to get 3-lap races in there. That in and of itself would help. That would help significantly, because people just want to be able to get good at the tracks. I think at the end of the day, everybody just wants to feel like they're good at the game, they're playing. Mario Kart 8 did that, and that's what kept people going. And it made it easy for anybody to get good. They made changes in this last update to where like you don't slow down when you get your boosts as much. So like I was a little bit annoyed because I couldn't break 156 on my time trial, and then the update happened, and now I'd probably be close to being able to get a 155, but it's because they essentially buffed the game or made the game easier. And so, and that's not that it's a bad thing. It's just, it's crazy how little changes like that. I knocked, like, I know it's only half a second, but when you're time trialing, that's a lot. That's a lot. So they need to show us what's happening with that game. So player 1 says community events in Mario Kart World would help completely. Yeah. They got a tournament coming up. How are they doing that? Are they going to give us the same tools that they're going to be using? Why don't we have the tournament mode? Like, I can't do Kart Club. I can't, like, it took the wind out of my sails a bit, which is just a bummer, like I want to be able to do what we did in Mario Kart 8, and we can't do that. And Joey asks, I didn't read, but did they patch 3-laps back in? Kind of. Like, they took a step in the right direction, but they didn't fully change what was going on. So Joey says, I want to do time trials, but I need Donkey Kong characters with Mario weight, so I need Diddy or Void Kong. I love Donkey Kong, but I need a smaller weight character. There you go. Ashley coming in. This is one of the worst directs ever. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. So there was not a single game for you, Ashley. Not anything, huh? Let me know. And that's the kind of the question for everybody. If you guys, what were 2 games that you took away from this direct that you're like, yo, I'm excited to pick this one up? What were 2 games? I can do more than 2. I'm curious about Monster Hunter. Madden is a day 1. Age of Imprisonment, day 1. We already kind of knew that. Octopath, I'll probably pick up. That was at December 5th. Elliot's a little further down the road. I don't know if I'll re-download Apex on my Switch 2. I don't know if there's a reason for that. So, okay. JavaScript says, why did I wake up at 6 for this? Cryptic says, do we know when the Action RPG demo goes live? It just said after the show, so it could be any minute. Adam David says, Monster Hunter Stories and Octopath. Ashley says, I'm mad because Age of Imprisonment still has no release date, and that's the only game I'm interested in. Yeah, and again, I think they teased another direct with saying more information coming soon on that one. That's like, I'm hoping they're teasing another direct and not just like here's a YouTube video of Age of Imprisonment with the release date. But I mean, and we saw a lot of release dates. It's a bit of a pact. This year is getting full with third party very quick. So Joey says, me, Madden, and that mouse platformer. Yeah, that mouse platformer looked pretty cool. That Pac-Man game looked good, but again, that's just an old remake. Cryptic says the 2 Square games. Adam says, but other than that, there weren't really any big new announcements. Nope. Madden and Cozy Fire for player one. I love it. Ashley says, no wonder Nintendo fans have turned their backs on Nintendo Switch 2 library has Switch 2 library has been disappointing. And I said this earlier in the show, if you are a multi-console gamer, the Switch 2 library is lacking. You know, there's no question. As far as new content, there's no question there. And so it's a bit tough for the again, the hardcore, you know, because we've played the majority of these games. Player one says, I can't believe they're making dance games, just dance games. Yeah, they they never stop selling. They sold those games on Wii well into I think even into the Switch's life cycle. So Adam says, I wouldn't go that far. It's not even been 2 months. Again, if you were a Switch 1 only gamer and you jump to Switch 2, you're eating great. But if you had an Xbox or a PlayStation 5 or a PC during the Switch ones, there's not a lot of new stuff. Joey Pitt says the highlight of Nintendo this week has been Mario Paint. Here we go. Cryptic, I wanted to see Final Fantasy IX Remake and Marvel Rivals. Nate doesn't get lucky today. Don't read this, LOL. Yeah, nope. I can't read that one. Okay. I'm like, oh, that's wait a minute. So, yeah, guys, I mean, I'm honestly loving life. Okay. When it comes to the Switch 2, I've been like, I beat Bonanza, loved it. Fantastic game. I'm loving Mario Kart, especially for time trials. Highly recommend it if you're if you're a little bit down on stuff right now, jump into pipe trials with us. It's basically, you don't have to be that hardcore racer and try to get the world record with the meta and all that kind of stuff. It's just for fun. It's like retro time trials. Okay. And I've jumped back into Metroid Prime Remaster. I'm having a good time with that, just passing the time until Prime 4, because I'm really looking forward to that game, really excited about it. And so I'm just looking for ways to have fun. You guys know me. We're doing our game of the week. We're doing all that stuff. Like, I don't feel like there's any reason to get salty or not still have a great time with this console. I'm like you guys. I always want more. I want more Mario. I want more Zelda. I want more Animal Crossing. But I know it's going to come in time. And I'm also excited about third parties. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing a very healthy Nintendo with a lot of third party games. And that means that we have to give them space. And, you know, I know that's not ideal for everybody, but like it's good for business, which that's what this is. And I know we're going to, 5-10 years from now, we're going to be looking back on the Switch 2's library going, yo, this thing's amazing, just like Switch 1. It's just going to take time to get there. So Joey's asking about the Madden footage. It looked incredible, bro. It looked incredible to me. Like, I think they're obviously, you got a PS5 Pro, you got the Series X, that kind of stuff. Yeah, get your Madden there. But as far as the Switch, it looked good. I was impressed. And Joey says, can we have a Donkey Kong Bonanza discussion with spoilers? I have a lot of thoughts. Yes. Yeah. Joey, we might even bring you on for the spoiler cast, but we're going to make sure it's very well announced that it is a spoiler cast, because I don't want to spoil anything. So Adam Davis says, I do feel like they threw this together because the direct rumors get to the point where they need to put something out. And that could be the case. To me, I think they're very much like, hey, third party is alive and well. And we're going to see more of this kind of stuff. I mean, it was good to see Sega. It was good to see EA. It was good to see Square. Like these are all, good to see Gearbox. Like I think they're all positives. It's just, if you guys are here in this chat or listening to this after the fact, you're hungry for first party Nintendo. Like there's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And so, we're all in the same boat, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that as a community, we're having a good time, that things are still going to stay positive, and we're getting the most out of our games, getting the most out of NSO. Like that's really what I'm setting out to do. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really, really do appreciate it. Cryptic, I'm not reading that out loud. I cannot believe you guys are crazy. Speaking of, though, we are going to be doing starting this weekend, you guys, I'm going to be raising some money for PAX West. So if you guys want to buy time slots of games that you want me to play, as long as they're in my library, that's going to start happening this Saturday and Sunday. So I hope you guys are ready. And who knows, we may see some panty party. Wow, I'm definitely not reading that one either. But yeah, starting this weekend, you guys can buy slots of time for any games you want to see me play, and everything's going towards PAX West, which is going to be really cool this year. We got Nintendo there, and it's gonna be a good time. So appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you for tuning in live, listening after the fact. I think you guys are amazing, and as always, play it loud.